If you've recently fallen into a rut, then I want you to watch this video because I'm gonna change your life, literally. I'm gonna help you get out of a rut and not stay there for long, because getting into a rut, getting into the state where you are unproductive, where you are getting sidetracked by distractions and by addictions, is not a place you want to be in the long term. And if you're having a good run, a good streak, and you and something just pops up, right, and it gets you off the tracks, it's gonna mess with you, and it is gonna prevent you from achieving all that progress that was available to you. So it is very, very important that we actually treat this problem seriously. We don't treat it as something that is like, yeah, man, it happens. Life is a roller coaster. No, we don't want to allow getting into a rut and falling into these periods of our life where we don't control ourselves, where we don't control our actions and the things that are happening to us. We want to prevent that. And we always want to be improving. We always want to be moving forward, moving upwards, not downhill. So today, I've been trying to get to work, right? I've been trying to do some deep work. I There's a lot of stuff that I need to get done. A lot of it. I'm even tired recording this video, but I basically didn't do anything. I had so many things that I had to do, and I didn't. And most of the times, what people do is they just keep pushing. They they keep trying to still. If for example you have a long work session and you've got to study, or you're working on an online business and you need to sit there on your computer and you need to work for 4 hours or something. There's something you gotta get done. Most people will simply sit there until they get done with their task. Even if they start scrolling, let's say they start scrolling, they're like, oh damn, I started scrolling. I put away the phone. You start working again. But then what happens? Like, a couple of minutes later, you get distracted again. You start slacking again. You get distracted again, and you see like, oh, 5 hours passed, and you're feeling even worse about yourself than if you wouldn't even have done the work. You feel like you wasted the time. You feel like you didn't do anything useful. And that's why in these types of situations, the best thing where if you find yourself not being able to concentrate, not getting the work done, is simply don't do it. I know it's very counterintuitive. I know that you would probably expect that I say, you gotta do this routine and then get back to it again. But my advice to you is simply don't do it. If something is really, really pulling you away from the work and into the distraction, resist the distraction, but also don't do the work, because doing the work will make you think of the distraction. And the best advice I can give you is simply close everything, put away the things that are distracting you, put away the computer, all the things that are making you feel that way, because you usually create distractions when you are really, really not looking forward to the thing that you need to be doing. And just remove the trigger, remove the thing that is making you feel that way and make you even seek the distraction in the first place. And instead, go do something that calms you. Go do something that isn't as stimulating. For example, I don't know, reading a book, going for a walk, meditating, journaling, something like that. If you can do something like that, there are two possible outcomes. You will spend your day productively, right? You will not have completed the work, which is, of course, not good. But you will not go backwards, right? You're not gonna fall into any of the distractions. You're still gonna perhaps learn something new. You will have spent your time well. The other scenario is that after, let's say, an hour of, of staying away, of reading a book, being by yourself, everything died down. You're not craving the distractions. You're not craving the bad thing. You can actually concentrate, and you actually want to go back to work. And in that case, you simply go back to work. And by literally removing yourself for an hour, you saved yourself an entire day, perhaps an entire month. Who knows? Because usually these things that happen in, let's say, an evening, you start playing some video game you didn't play for a long time, you start scrolling instead of working or something, it might just start like a snowball. It's gonna roll downhill and it's gonna get bigger and bigger. So the sooner you can stop it in its tracks, the sooner you can smash it, the better. And my solution to you is simply put yourself away from the trigger, put yourself away from the thing that is making you feel uncomfortable and even seek an escape in the first place, right? Because usually what we seek is an escape from the pain that we're experiencing. And that pain is usually just in the form of a discomfort, of the procrastination. But if you can actually put yourself away from that, do something that you kind of enjoy, right? I mean, of course, you probably really like scrolling, but you actually don't like scrolling as well, if that makes sense. But for example, what you do kind of like is reading a book, and there's no other side to it, right? It kind of makes you be able. You kind of need to force yourself a little bit to read the book or do something productive. But after you've done reading it, and even whilst reading it, you're actually enjoying it, and you're gonna enjoy afterwards. So I highly advise you to just put yourself away from the work. There are gonna be days where you're just not feeling it. So perhaps something stressful happened. Perhaps something else. Just something that doesn't allow you to lock in. If it's once or twice a week, that's okay. Just simply take yourself out. If there's nothing very, very urgent that needs to be done, simply take yourself out of it. Don't do it. Don't go deeper into the darkness. Don't go deeper into distractions. Do it the next day. Literally just detox. Go over your thoughts. Journal. Analyze. Do something productive, which doesn't demand loads of discomfort and pain from you. And you're going to make a lot of progress. So I hope this message reaches and resonates with you. Because this message is it's not like I'm trying to tell you that, you still gotta keep pushing through. That's something I would have told you very, very recently, but I understand that life is in some ways a roller coaster. But it doesn't mean that we just simply say, okay, I can't control it. I'm just I'm just gonna stay here and watch what happens. No, life is a roller coaster in terms of the emotions that you're experiencing every day. It's a roller coaster in terms of the things that happen to you. Like, you cannot control them. You cannot control sometimes some of the emotions that overwhelm you due to your environment, and that's why you're gonna have worse days. So in those worse days, when you're not feeling good, don't get yourself to work. Like, literally distance yourself away from the work. You cannot go to do work with a bad mood. Like, you're gonna be in a low vibration. That means that you're gonna literally, if you're negative, you're having negative thoughts, they're just gonna get amplified by this thing that you gotta force yourself to do. You're gonna get even more negative, and you're gonna seek an escape from that negativity by watching YouTube, taking your phone. So yeah, I tried to really reinforce my point. I kind of repeated myself, but I hope I made sense to you. And let me know whether you agree with this in the comments, because that's a revelation that I've had very, very recently that perhaps is going to change in the future. But at this point, I think it is the right thing to do. And yeah, just let me know. And hopefully it helps and it is going to push you forward and help you improve your life. Thank you for watching. God bless you.